Quick question. Are tier lists still a thing? They're still a thing. Don't really seem as popular these days. Fuck it. Gonna do one anyway. Folks, welcome back to another video. My name is Rough Butter. I appreciate you being here. Thank you very much. So today, as I said, we're going to be doing something a little bit different. We're going to be doing a cheeky tier list. Now, as you are aware, I'm a big foodie. Being a fat man, love me a bit of food. And recently we've been exploring a lot of breakfast shit. So, we're going to be doing a British, try that again, an English breakfast tier list. So we're going to be identifying which food items are the best in an English breakfast, and we're going to be categorising them. It's going to be, I imagine it'll be alright. But before we start that, I have something very important to ask. You could call it the food question of the week. Very important one. Very important one to start us off. So, food question of the week. Food question of the week. I just kind of merged all my words into one then. Food question of the week. How many times can I say that? Food question of the week. Burgers or hot dogs? I need to know. Burgers or hot dogs? Right. Let's get into this. So, one of these buttons will change it. I might mess it up. Yes, smashed it. Okay, folks, so here we go. Let's have a look and see what components of an English breakfast are the best. Starting off with number one. Now, I'm going to assume that's mushrooms, because from here, I'm not going to lie, it looks like a tip of a cigarette, and a lot of them. But I'm going to say it's mushrooms for health's sake. If you can't see, we'll zoom in there. Oh yeah, there it is. Definitely mushrooms. Okay, so I'll just reset that. Groovy, groovy. Okay, then. Mushrooms for me, instant S tier. Now, I just want to say, this is all based on opinion. So this is my opinion, and if you have any other opinion, please let me know in the comments, and I'll just tell you how wrong you are. It's absolutely fine. But mushrooms, for me, you can't have an English breakfast without the mushrooms. It's just, I know a lot of people don't like them, and I can understand why. The texture's just a little bit squishy, and I get it, okay? For a while, I didn't like mushrooms, but now I've come to love them. You just need them. I just need them in my life. I fucking love mushrooms. 10 out of 10. S rank. Do you know what? S rank? No. Fucking 10 out of 10. That's what we need. Fucking 10 out of 10. Right. Mushrooms. Done. Bread that has been toasted. Now, either in the grill or the toaster. Doesn't really matter. It's all the same. Also, I'm still trying to figure out where to look, so it looks like I'm looking in the camera. So if I'm looking anywhere else, that's why. Okay. I did have it down, but this isn't my usual setup either, so I don't know if I'm looking at the camera here or here. So, we'll figure it out. Toast. I mean, that looks very dry, but I imagine it'd have butter on. Yeah, toast is okay. Like, I think it's important to have on an English breakfast, but you know what? I could just not have it. Sorry, I paused there because I thought my mic wasn't recording. Doesn't matter. Moving on. I could not have it on an English breakfast. I could not have it on an... Fucking hell, words today. I could not have it on an English breakfast. B tier, it's alright. I quite like a round of toaster. Yeah, it's what it is. Sausage. Now, it's up there, but it's got to be done right. Like, you can get some real shit sausages. Like absolutely dire sausages. So if done wrong, it's just not as good. But if you have a good sausage, I'm gonna put it in A tier, right? That's what we're gonna go for. A tier. It's just not quite 10 out of 10. Like, just in general, like, don't get me wrong, you know, I'd be pretty disappointed if my English breakfast didn't have a sausage on. But if I had to choose between sausage and something else that is 10 out of 10, I'd definitely choose something else over. Eggs. Now, this is a weird one for me. So fried egg in particular. This is a bit of a weird one because I've only just started recently liking egg. So it's not really something I really had on an English breakfast before. I've had a lot of experience of. To be honest, fried egg, I know it's pretty classic for an English breakfast. You know, I cannot have it. I'd probably say it's on par with toast, maybe. Oh, fried. So to be honest, I'm not a big fan of yolk, so maybe C tier. That might be one that people kick up a fuss about, maybe. Like, I know a lot of people think eggs are top tier, but I'm going to put it around about C. And I know that seems quite low on this tier list, but it's very middle groundy. It is what it is. I could not have it on a breakfast, but I also don't mind it on a breakfast. Now, this bacon. I mean, disappointed that they're showing me the shitty, streaky bacon. We all know how I feel about that. Bad bacon is the way forward. Fucking bad bacon is the way forward. Just throwing it out there. So, but absolutely bacon, just, I would be very, very disappointed if bacon wasn't on my breakfast. It's just got to be there. Just got to be there. 10 out of 10 is what it is. Fried bread. Now. It's one of them. It's one of them where I love fried bread, but it's just sometimes it could just be too greasy. You take one bite and it just loads of grease and it gets a little bit sickly. So I'd only have like one piece or something, like it's like one triangle in this instance, sort of thing. I'm gonna put it with egg. Do you know what? Like, I do really like it, but just like the thought. Well, as I'm thinking about it now, like the grease, just puts me off. Nah. Now, hash brown. Now, I know a lot of people commented on my English breakfast. By a lot of people, I mean, I think there was 2 of you, commented on my English breakfast reaction saying, "You said this was 10 out of 10, rough butter. You fucking said it was 10 out of 10. Where are the hash browns? Where are the hash browns? Well, let me tell you. That was an oversight, and I did realise that after, whilst I was rewatching it, I was like, yeah, it doesn't have any hash browns. Where are they? Because hash browns are not hash browns are not quite 10 out of 10. I mean, I could not have them on an English breakfast, but they're definitely up there, and they do add just some goodness to it. It's just a bit of a yeah, like just it's nice. It's nice to have on there. Just 10 out of 10, but not quite 10 out of 10. Next, we have scrambled egg. I couldn't think of words then. For me personally, if I'm going to have an English breakfast, I'm going to have scrambled egg over fried egg. As I said, the yolk is sort of a problem for me. I'm not a huge fan. So if it's all kind of scrambled up, it's absolutely fine. Because obviously the egg white, I think, is a bit more overpowering in taste. So I think it's higher than a fried egg. And as I'm still kind of getting used to egg at this point, I'm gonna put it with toast. Like, it'd be nice to have it on there, but not really fussed if I don't have it on. Beans. Oh, this is a tough one. This is a real old toughie. See, because the thing is, an English breakfast without beans, right? Do you know what? I'm going to put beans with the toast. I mean, they kind of go hand in hand in anyway, so if I were to put toast on there, I'd have to have beans on there to put on top of the toast. Classic beans on toast, classic English dish. So, as they say. But yeah, I think beans on toast, like in an English breakfast sort of scenario. If I'm going to have one, I'm going to have the other. So I'm going to pop it on there. Tomatoes. No. 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 Now, I'm not a fan of tomatoes. I'm not a fan of tomatoes at all. But why the hell would I want fruit on my English breakfast? No. Banned. Tomatoes, bad. Bat bacon, good. Them be the rules. If anyone tells you any different, you tell them. You send them to me. You send them to me and I'll send the big boys round. Oh yeah, they'll know. They'll know afterwards. Last but not least, I want to say this is poached egg. I think I'm right. I'm new to egg, remember. I'm new to egg. Bear with me. See, I'd have fried egg before I'd have poached egg. So would that go D? It'd kind of be like a between C and D. It's not just like a flat out no, but I probably wouldn't. I probably wouldn't have it. Kind of swap that around a little bit then. Well, if I didn't, that would have bacon first. I fucking move. Yeah, it's one of them. Out of all the egg options, I wouldn't go for poached egg if I'm perfectly honest. Yeah, not really my thing. Yeah. Anyway, moving on. So there's a couple of, well, not a couple of items. There's an item that I can think of at the moment as I was doing it that is missing that I want to add on here, and it's one of them that again is very controversial, but I just think it tastes so fucking good, and that's black pudding. And I put black pudding right there, fucking 10 out of 10. Damn right, that shit is good. That is the list, folks. So if anybody asks you what the best ingredients of an English breakfast is, you tell them. Rough Butter says bacon, mushrooms. That's most important, right? And again, if anyone questions you, you send them round. We'll send the big boys round. Teach them a thing or two. Teach them how we do it here in our little place. Anyway, folks, that is all for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, if you guys want to do your own sort of tier list, I'll leave a link in the description below so you can have a look. You can send it to me on my Twitter, Facebook, whatever. Links will also be in the description, or if you want to pop it in the Discord, that's absolutely fine too. Or just comment. Just tell me how wrong you think I am, and I'll tell you how wrong you are. Yeah, it's very simple. Very simple. But as I said, that is all for today's video. If you enjoyed it, I'd appreciate it if you would just ever so gently tap that like button. And if you want to watch more content moving forward, please, 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 please just lightly tap that subscribe button as well. I'd muchly appreciate it. But yes, that is all for me. Now, I hope you have an amazing rest of the morning, evening, night, afternoon, whatever time it is, where you are, and I will see you next time. Bye!